Have you guys tried scripting for manifesting? I know this is personally one of my most favorite things to do, and I do it almost every single day. So today I wanted to come on here and share with you guys 6 tips for scripting for manifesting success. So if you want to find out what they are, keep on watching. Hi guys, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel. I am a life coach and law of attraction teacher, and you have found my YouTube channel where I upload 2 new videos for you guys each and every week, all about the art of creating your best life ever. So if you want to make sure that you are with me on this journey to manifesting the life of your dreams, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Okay, so today I am going to share with you guys 6 tips for scripting. And maybe you don't know what scripting is, so I'm going to go into that briefly, but these tips are really going to help you to amp up your scripting game. Maybe you've been scripting and you haven't had much success with it. Today I'm going to troubleshoot your scripting for manifestation so that you can start scripting like a superstar. So before we dive in, I'm just going to give you a little brief overview about what scripting is. So scripting sounds kind of strange, but really it is just about writing down the reality that you want to live in. And I absolutely love doing this, you guys, and I do this all the time. And I really suggest that you guys do this and make this part of your regular manifesting routine. So manifesting isn't a one-time only thing, you guys. It is a matter of getting your energy and emotion and intention lined up on a daily basis. So if you don't have a regular manifestation practice, if you don't have anything that is regularly tying you to your manifestation intentions, then I suggest you give scripting a shot, because it's super easy to do. Anyone can do it. It doesn't take that long, and I think it's personally really fun. So the way I like to look at scripting is if a fairy godmother came down in front of you right now and was like, tell me what you want, tell me what your wishes are, tell me what you want your life to look like, and handed you a piece of paper and a pen, what would you write down? So the thing is, we don't have to wait for a fairy godmother to appear. We can be our own fairy godmother. And there is an incredibly powerful connection from your hand to a piece of paper. And it really is, I can't explain it. There's something way more magical about writing something down with a pen and paper than there is typing things into your computer. And like, I do think really fast, and I am a good typist, so I used to do this on the computer, but now I make myself write things down, because just spending that 10 minutes in the morning writing out what I want in my business, in my relationships, in whatever it is in my life, spending that time I find to be incredibly fun, and it puts me in a good mood, and it really is a wonderful way to align your energy with your intention, which is really what manifesting is all about. So now that you know what scripting is, I'm going to share with you guys my 6 tips for scripting for manifesting success, so that you can finally successfully start calling in whatever it is that your little heart is dreaming about. Tip number 1 for scripting success is to always speak, write, think in present tense. So this is such a small thing that already messes people up, because we are trying to connect with the energy of having. We are trying to believe before we've actually received, right? So if you keep saying, oh, I can't wait until, or someday I'm going to, or when this happens, I will, you are thinking in the future. You are putting your wish out there in the future. You are leaving it out there in the future. There's nothing connecting you to that wish. Someday doesn't really exist. And what we are trying to do always with manifesting is bring whatever we want into now. So you can't think about someday. You can't think about a year from now. You can't think about whatever. You have to put yourself in the place of having, of receiving, of being there. So when you're writing things down on your magical notepad, I want you to write things like, I am so happy and grateful that I have done this, I have received that, that I get to do this, that I am going to do this, that I'm doing this today. Make it real, make it feel real, make it now. Make it as immediate as you possibly can. I know some things are difficult to speak about maybe, but I don't want you to think about someday. I don't want you to think about next week. I don't want you to think about tomorrow. I just want you to think about bringing it into the now. So that is tip number 1, is to use the present tense. Tip number 2 is to connect with your desired emotional state. So it doesn't matter what you guys are going after in life. It doesn't matter what you are trying to manifest. There is an emotion that you are associating with your manifestation goal. We never just want something on the surface. We are really after the feelings. So this is actually one of the best manifestation hacks there could possibly be, because your core desired feelings, the way you want to feel, the things that you think you will feel when you get this thing, you can feel those things right now. So I want you guys to think about what you want, how you want to feel, who you want to be, all of that stuff, and then just start feeling it. Like, feel your way into that state and write down everything that you're feeling and experiencing as if you were experiencing it now. So the funny thing about this is your body and your brain are an incredibly attuned mechanism, and you can fake your feelings. You guys, we fake our feelings all the freaking time. Anytime you turn on the TV and watch a sad story and start crying, you logically know with your brain that the story isn't true, but your body is having a physical reaction to this thing that you have just witnessed, that you have just thought about in your brain. So you can do the same thing with thinking about where you want to go. You can hack your way into those feelings just by figuring out what they are and spending a little bit of time there. There is a way for you to experience that emotional state now. But the key is figuring out what that emotional state is and connecting to it. So spend some time in your scripting thinking about the feelings, connecting to the feelings, because the emotions are part of your energy, and energy is the most important part of manifesting. So really get clear on this, because it is actually really fun and it'll put you in a great mood on top of everything else. Tip number 3 for scripting success is to stay out of the how, stay out of the details. Don't think about how things arrive for you. So you get to ask for whatever you want in this life. You already know that. We are beyond powerful, we are beyond deserving. We get to ask for whatever we want in life, but we can't control how it shows up. So maybe you want a new job and you think you know exactly what job it is, but maybe it isn't that job. You have to realize that the more detailed sometimes that we make our manifestation intentions, the smaller the road is to getting what we want, right? We're closing doors. We are closing doors. So another example would be, and this is such a common one, people are always trying to manifest a specific person into their life. But I would really suggest that you think about what this person represents to you. What has attracted you to this person? Why do you think they are so amazing? And work on manifesting somebody that really embodies that. And there's 2 reasons there. One is because we project things all the time. So many times the projections we have about somebody, that's where a crush is coming from. But it's coming from our brain. It isn't coming from that person. So if you have already figured out what you wanted, which is kind of what a crush is all about, is figuring out something that you've wanted, then you really need to get intentional and start to manifest somebody that actually embodies those things. Maybe it's going to be who you think it is, and maybe it isn't. But the point is that if you are concentrating all your energy on this one specific person, the universe has very little wiggle room, right? And in the end, it probably isn't that specific person that you really want. It's what they represent. So you got to stay out of the how, you got to stay out of the details. You've got to leave some room for magic. You've got to Understand money can come to you in many different ways. You've got to understand that opportunity can come to you in many different ways. You've got to understand that relationships can come to you in many different ways. So as you were scripting, get excited, be emotional, do all that stuff, but really don't get too specific. Don't put all of your eggs in one tiny little basket, because that doesn't leave room for magic. That is controlling. It's micromanaging the universe, and that never works. So really step away from the details. Tip number 4 for scripting success is to take your wish off the pedestal. So I know I have done this, I know you do it, I know everybody does this, but the second that we decide that we want something, we make this big drama and this big story about what this thing means, and all of that stuff ends up just becoming a block in the way of us getting what we want. So if you make some crazy fairy tale story up in your mind that, like, if I get this car, my life is going to be perfect. If I get this job, then I'll finally love myself. If I get this person to marry me, then we'll never fight again. If you've created some sort of craziness story, and we're all full of craziness stories, if you're willing to listen to what your brain is telling you, there's all kinds of craziness messed up in what we want, wrapped up around what we want. Those things are really damaging, because in real life, there is no such thing as perfection. That doesn't mean you shouldn't pursue anything. That just means that creating an extra drama and an extra story around something isn't really doing anything for you. Tip number 5 to help you guys script like a professional manifester is to think about what your wish can do for other people in the world as well. So this is one of those things I always advise my manifesting students to do, but your wish is usually bigger than you are. So whatever you are trying to manifest into the world, I want you to think about what that would mean for the people around you. And that can be your friends, that could be your family, that could be people online, that could just be for the good of the world at large. For example, if you are trying to manifest money into your life, I want you to think about what kind of donations you want to make, or what kind of people you want to help. I want you to think about where you would like that money to go, and what kind of big difference you would like to make in the world. If you are trying to create a business, I want you to think about the clients or customers you will be helping, what kind of difference you're going to make in their life. If you are trying to manifest love, I want you to also think about what you are bringing to your partnership. How are you showing up? How are you making somebody's life better? I want you guys to think about the bigger picture and spend a little time in your scripting process reflecting on this stuff. It is so easy in manifesting to get caught up in our own minds and think about our own journey and forget the important role that we play in the world at large. But every single desire that you have is sacred, and every single desire that you have that you pursue will ultimately teach you something and turn you into a better person. And that is what we're really here to do. We're really here to grow and learn and expand, and to shine our light and shine our love into the world around us. So I want you to think about that, and think about how you can start to become more of a beacon and a resource for the people in the world around you, as opposed to somebody that is just constantly taking for their own gain. There is something that you can offer back. There is somebody you can help. There is something that you can do with your manifestation that will improve somebody somewhere's life. So really think on that and spend a little bit of your time scripting that, because this is something that a lot of us completely gloss over. And honestly, this is one of those principles that it comes up in the book Reality Transurfing. It's kind of just this idea that whatever your desire is, it also desires you. And so I want you to think about things from the other point of view, and not just think about you making things happen, but think about how you showing up somewhere will improve someone else's life, and maybe even be someone else's manifestation wish coming true. My 6th and final tip for you guys today for scripting success for your manifesting is to practice future gratitude. And so we kind of touched on this earlier in the emotional states, But again, we can trick our brains and we can trick ourselves into imagining all kinds of feelings that aren't actually quote unquote real. Like, we're gonna make them real once we feel them, they're real. But you can 100% create a feeling of gratitude inside of you for something that isn't in the real world. And again, this is another one of those energetic hacks that I love to use to make manifestation intentions come true. So whatever it is, again, we are in the present tense. We are not putting things on pedestals. We're staying out of the how. We are talking in present tense, all of that stuff. I want you to be grateful. I want you to be thankful. I want you to be like, hell yeah, I did it. Thank you so much, universe. Thank you, myself. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want you to get in that state of being so grateful that it's happened, so grateful that it's in your life. You don't have to freak out and make like a lotto winning crazy situation out of things, but you just have to summon that inner gratitude and peace and feeling that you've done it and that you are so happy and you are so thankful that it is here. So this is what I call future gratitude. And honestly, I try to practice this every day about something in my life, something that I want to be in my life. And I find it really goes well with the scripting process. So if you guys are looking for a little extra oomph to add into your scripting, then make future gratitude part of it. So what did you guys think? Did I miss anything? I would love to hear what your guys' thoughts are on scripting. I know scripting can be actually a really big topic all by itself. So if you guys have any questions about scripting, or if you want me to do more scripting videos, I would love to do that for you. So feel free to drop a comment or drop me a line. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really love putting these together for you, and I am so honored that you chose to spend part of your busy week with me. If you like this video, please give it a like. And if you really like this video, please do me a huge favor, pass it along to a like-minded friend, because I would really love to expand this community. We're at almost 600 people and it's amazing, and I want to see how far I can get this year, and I need your guys' help in doing that. I'll be back here soon in another video, so until then, I'm wishing you the most amazing week ever, and just remember, get ready for the miracle. See you guys.